Hello everyone and welcome to CWC F2 Season 7 Round 11 for the Netherlands GP. I am PepsFreak212 ROP Yuki. You can call me whatever you like, but we are here for the Netherlands GP. As you can see, the drivers are readying up as we speak. They are getting ready to start this race. A few drivers will join during qualifying because coming home late, time differences and all that. Still have to get their games copy for the new update that happened that added the Saudi Arabian GP. But until that race ever gets added to our calendar, we do have a few things to go over, including what happened last week, because if you were well aware, last week, sadly, I was not able to make it, and we were not able to get that race broadcast, but the race did still go on, so I will quickly update you on the top results here, and that race was won by Kenobi, our current points leader, who got 25 points. In second place was Maddie, who got the second spot at the podium, and the third spot at the podium went to Smitty with 15, with Kai's F1 having a bit of a poor showing, had a little bit of problems, what I heard. It was a very rain race, so had a little bit of problems struggling in the intermediate conditions, and he ended up finishing only with 9 points to his credit. Sorry, 8 points, but did get the fastest lap for 9. So, not a good race for him. Other than that, we also think had Exelic finishing in second and fourth. So, overall, an interesting race, you could say. And that affects the standings with Kenobi, currently in the way with 154 points. Maddie with 134. Lazy the Twig at 119. Smitty at 95. And Kai's F1 rounds out your top 5 at 64 points. Still a lot to play for in this season. Kenobi leads the way, but Kenobi is not here due to a prior commitment. So, he is not going to be here currently today. Like Maddie and Smitty and even Lazy, who is going to join possibly, hopefully, during the last hand of qualifying here to possibly gain some points on our championship leader. So still all to play for in the championship. Looking quickly at the constructor standings, McLaren currently leads the way with 229 points, Alpine at 160, Williams at 158, and Mercedes at 116, and AlphaTauri at 108. So all the play for is still there. McLaren leads the way by a wide margin, but still well over half the season to go. So all the play for here. So now we will ride on board with the first driver out there, who is going to be Exelic. Always seems like she is the first driver to take the long trip out of the pit lane here around any track we go to. And here it will be Netherlands. So we will watch on board. Looks like there's some dealing and wheeling, possibly some team changing for next season, or maybe even later this season, but we'll take a quick look at the chats. But we are ready to start qualifying here, as I'm quickly pulling up as we're going to go through the third sector here with Exelic. Still have to turn the track map on. That would be a little bit helpful. You think after a week absence, I wouldn't be this rusty, but hey, sometimes things happen. So here comes Exelic down the long run. Just got one more thing to pull up here, and we will be good to go as she goes to the last couple corners here. Get the long run, you got 2 more rights here, and then we'll be ready to start a lap here. Exelic is a pretty alright driver. I wouldn't say the fastest, but definitely an alright driver on pace. And she is about to start her lap, so we're going to watch on board here, and she's going to take the long run, activate the DRS point, and it's going to be a long run down the turn 1. Past the start finish line, you're going to break right around the, you would argue about the 150 meter board right there, turn in, get the car down third gear, pinch in, and go out. That's probably one of the major passing points you're going to see in that long straight. Other than that, it can be very bottlenecky around this circuit. I think one of the Mercedes is going a bit slow, but we'll have to cut on board a little bit later with them. Could be Scandi, could be Kai's. Anyway, it gets a little bit squirrely off exit here. Exelic can take the long run down. Going to go for the fast left right here, no lift, very little lift, and then this corner that always seems to cause a little bit of trouble with some drivers. You want to brake, go wide, hit the apex, and swing back out to make it work, and then brake in. So we got a couple more corners to go here, and we're going to brake hard to the right, just past the Porta-Johns on the left, entering Sector 3. Going to brake hard again. This is very easy in these 2 corners here, that corner back there, and this one here. The backing gets a little loosey-goosey. You could end up spinning the car and face the wrong way around. Long run out. Brakes, go about 50 meters, turn in, keep it out, pinch in, want to go a little bit wide, try to get as close to the Rolex sign as you can. Then you got 2 more corners to go, brake on the 50 meter board, keep it a little bit of a let off, get on the throttle again, and this last corner is pretty flat, but if you do clip the grass, it could end up cause you to go topsy-turvy spinning. Long run down, open the DRS, and that will be 1 lap around here, and it's going to be the first lap down, a 1:12.417. So she will be the first time down, but I think the next driver on a flyer, going to try to find him. It is going to be her teammate, but that's also on an outlap. Ackelmeister off into the kitty litter, just went a little bit too wide off 3, which can't happen. Ackelmeister going to have to rebound here and make a good recovery. Other than that, we do got Smitty coming off the last corner, so we'll see where he can slot his McLaren. Can he bump Exelic off the pole position? And he will not, because I think he didn't validate, even though it did say he was on an outlap. few other drivers started, but Echo Meister will go second. After being in the kitty litter, will be a 131.615, definitely looking to improve, and Collins just behind with a 112.545. So we'll see who's next in lane. Jay Leakey, who is currently through Sector 3, going a bit slow. We do have Kai's F1 next. Kai's F1 a little bit on the squirreliness, so here comes Kai's F1 to the last two corners here. So Kai's F1 going to punch it in, going to break the inline here. He's going to take the long run out. Can the driver, who's had a pretty good, strong form the past couple weeks, get pole on his mediums? He can. It will be a 171.1715. So he will slot in there. Going to keep sorting through the field here. I think 11's next. Yes, she's not. It's going to be Exelic again, but I think Exelic is coming in. Usually with the high altitude and the low range, you could say it's a situation where you're going to see a couple drivers only take one good attempt on these tires. So here comes 11 up next, and both McLarens behind her. We'll see what she does. 11 coming down the long run. It's going to be a 112.776, and we'll put a P4 behind Maddie and Smitty. Maddie crosses the line. He goes pole position with a 111.349, and Smitty right behind him goes P3. So both McLarens keep the pace here today and are going to the very least be 1-3 respectively right now, but with Kai's being on a lap of mediums, definitely could see that time go down. Other than that, I think Scanny just did complete a lap. He did. He goes P7 with a 113.093 on a set of mediums. That leaves two drivers left, Jay Leakey and Infiniate did not qualify yet. Infiniate hasn't left the pit lane, but here comes Jay Leakey down the long straight. Can he slide his car in well? He'll slot himself P6 in the Williams. So good run for the Williams, you could say. So taking a quick second here to take a minute. A few drivers are going on second lap, so I think most are going to be bailing on that lap. Only driver I think may contend is Kai's. We'll see he's coming to the last corners, but no, he is 14 seconds down, so he's going to be taking the hard right in the pit lane here. So I generally do think... Actually, it does look like he's gearing up for another lap here, so never mind. It did say he was 14 down. No improvement for him, but I think he's gunning for one more attempt here. So we'll see what he does in retrospect, but I think the rest of it, Collins on a slowdown lap. I'm going to assume Smitty and Maddie both on cooldown laps. Maddie definitely is. Smitty is as well. So we're going to see a lot of the soft runners peel off here and call it a session. Well, for the first run. They'll be back out again in due time. So all we do, watch for some people to go around. Jay Leakey, most on cooldowns. So we'll keep an eye on Kai's F1, see what he does. Still says, oh, he does have no front wing. So looks like he lost it somewhere while he was kind of cut through the other angles there. He doesn't have a front wing anymore, so any chance of him improving is now done as well. And hello to everyone in the chat. Jamie, Disco Stew. Yeah, D1 did end up getting canceled, sadly, due to a bit of a low attendance. They will be back next week at Imola, so should have probably said at the top of the broadcast, but we'll say that now. So if you are looking for F1, sadly, that is no longer going ahead. But come join us for F2. Watch the F2 drivers battle it out here in great competition. So yeah, Exelic, I think going out again, if I'm not mistaken, if my eyes are not failing me. Yes, she is. So she is actually starting a lap here, so she's already gone out once already. This is her second attempt in qualifying. We'll see if she can slot herself up higher, maybe jump Collins, or maybe even get close to the McLarens. We'll see what the Aston Martin driver can do. So a little rundown here. Activation of Sector 1 is coming to a close right about here. We'll see where her time is. She is currently running about similar times. No improvement so far. Going to brake hard here. Again, a corner that can catch you nap, but it can gain a lot of time if you do it right. But if you go a little bit too wide, you definitely sacrifice some time and take any chance at pole and end up taking it for granted. So Exelic coming in again, coming off corner. We'll see at the end of Sector 2 here. Activate DRS here. Going to keep an eye on the point. It's coming up right about now, and it's still up on her times. So she is not looking like she's improved, and it looks like she did clip something there. Not going to really damage anything, but it did sound like there was a little bit of a scraping coming from my headset. So, bit odd indeed. So, last couple corners here. Sector 3. She's going to need a really great Sector 3 to have any chance at jumping. We'll see if toe she does down. Gets very close to that wall. Activation of DRS open. Will it be enough to jump up? No, it's not. She's going to be well over 3/4 of a second down. And that is still going to be P5 for Exelic. On that, we do have a few other drivers starting out laps right now. I think the farthest one up the grid. Maddie's not Maddie. It's not Collins. It's not Jay Leakey. It's not 11. I think it is Maddie. If my math is correct. Yes, it is. Actually, yeah, because I think it's 11. Oh, 11, hard on the wall there. She was actually the farthest. A little far away from my TV this week, so kind of hard to see some of the graphics, but she lost out that last corner. Clipped the inside wall for sure, you could say. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, you cut that corner a little bit too early, get in that glass, you're going around for a spin. So that is 11. Luckily, wheel is still on. She'll have another chance to improve, but definitely a little bit of a bruised ego for the Aston Martin driver. But anyway, here comes Maddie. Next driver up on a set of mediums, so it doesn't look like he's going to improve his times, but at the very least, going to at least try something. So here he comes, gunning it down the long straight. See, yellow flag sector 3. I'm going to quickly cut away to see who that was. They are just going a bit slow. I think they are. Yeah, it was the Aston Martin. Ooh, no, it was Collins. Collins, again, similar spot to where Eckelmeister went wide in that corner and 11 a little bit down the road. So this section is causing quite indeed. So back to Matty. We'll see he's running similar times to his best lap. So maybe the mediums aren't a terrible strategy here. We'll see how they slot in. Still waiting on a few drivers to join during qualifying if their game can copy in time. They got 8 minutes to go here. They are watching. Hopefully, and ooh, Matty goes wrong way around. Made a slight mistake there, and it's going to be Kearns for that run. He can regroup and maybe get it refired, but those tires aren't going to be the freshest. But he should at least have another attempt on a set of mediums. He'll get it refired, but that is that. So behind him, I think the next fastest driver on the run, Collins, is validated. Trying to see from my mini map here who it would be. Can't even really tell. I think it may be Exelic. Ooh, as we see Collins mowing the grass and going to cut in. But here we come across the last corner here. I think it's Eckelmeister. It is Eckelmeister. We'll see what he does here in the long run. Opens the activation point. He's going to go faster than a 131, but how far up can he get up the grid? It's going to be pole position for the AlphaTauri driver, and that will be P1. Matty behind will not improve due to his spin of his lap. Could have maybe got close, but no close, no cigar. Jay Leakey up next. We'll see what he can slot his Williams. Currently P7 on the grid. It will be P5 for him. Mercedes on behind, I think. That is not Kai's. That is going to be Scanny, who just started a lap. Collins obviously is invalidated. Next up is Smitty, who says he does have a purple sector 2, but take that with a grain of salt. But we're going to cut the Kai's here. Kai's about to the end of activation 2, and it looks like he does have a purple sector 2. He's 4 tenths up. Right now, that would slot him P2 on the grid if that time holds. So we'll have to wait and see where he slots in. We do have to spin up the road. Smitty goes, oh, there goes Kai's F1. He's lost the back end. Similar to Eckelmeister, similar to 11, similar to Collins. They're all having trouble in this car. They're running a little bit less downforce to get that good run off the straight. And they're kicking their cars out. And that's going to take a pole run for Kai's F1 and throw it in the trash. So that's going to be run done for him. He may gear up again. And Scanny's even a long way around again, off in Sector 2, where you can go a little bit too wide. So both Mercedes are struggling right now. Back up, we can see Matty coming in. Eckelmeister, I'm going to assume, is coming in as well, if I ever could find him on this graph. There he is, and he is coming in. Jay Leakey should be taking the hard right as well. So I think a majority of the field is on cooldown laps here, and with 6 minutes to go, probably you're going to get one more attempt at this. Probably 2. If they go out there right now, they get 2 attempts. If they want to wait till the death of the nail, they'll get 1 attempt. Mediums don't seem like a terrible strategy around here, so we'll have to wait and see if another driver maybe tries it, because Matty tried it but didn't put down a competitive time. Smitty was just on a set but switched off, and Kai's F1 did not feel confident in those mediums, went for a pole run. But right now, the only 2 drivers on a set of mediums on their times are Kai's F1 and Scanny. Right now, back on the track, though, we do have 11 on an out lap. Actually, 11's on a flyer. My mistake. She's in Sector 3. So we'll see what she does here on her tires. Indeed, she did make a mistake coming off on her second flyer, we should say. So we'll see her keeps it clean. Gonna open DRS. We're gonna see it's gonna be a 1:11.12, I should say, 2:00, and that will put her P5 firmly ahead of her teammate Jay Leakey and Collins. So we can see a McLaren coming out right now. Exelic about to start her lap. So the other Aston Martin teammate gonna try to get close to her teammate in P5. On that, we do see McLaren coming out. I believe that is going to be, I want to say Smitty. We'll see. It'll update in a second, even though he's already on the track. Yep, no, it's actually Matty. So Matty going out on a lap on another set of softs. So we'll see where he slots in. 5:20 to go in the session. Exelic starts the lap, so we'll ride him more with her. Seems like she's always the only one on track, so she always gets the most screen time. So if they were actually sponsors like this was iRacing or something, it'd be good for the sponsors. But sadly, since sponsors are all just based on real teams, not much you can really do. But she is getting that good airtime for that Aston Martin crew. So you can see Collins just up the way. Hopefully does not impede her run here. Ooh, she goes a little bit too invalid. Does not invalidate, but off in the kitty litter. That is going to be run done for her. She can bail back on the pit lane and get one more go here. But I think she's already used 3 sets of softs, so I don't know how many more soft sets she has left. So we'll cut back into, I want to say Smitty is next for us, but it's actually Matty. And it does look like we do got an update here. Leslie Twig is not going to be able to make this race. The update did not finish in time, so he will not be here with 4 minutes to go. So it looks like we may have an 11-car field at the most. So here comes Matty. About to start an outlap. He will be the first driver to start with 4 minutes to go. We'll see what he can do. Off in the corner one. He does look like he's got a pretty rapid car here. He looks pretty all right here. Can he jump Ecomeister? Ecomeister looking for his first win in CWC. He's come close with the multiple podiums, but just can't finish the deal. And looking for a strong performance. Zalek has retired, so she is calling it a session. Actually, I think she may have crashed. She has on that last corner there. Actually, we'll quickly cut off the Scanny. Friends to the end, you could say. Keep an eye on an Aston Martin car here. Yep, you see a similar spot to what happened to her teammate 11, except 11 survived the crash, but Zalek did not, and her session is done. So here comes Maddie. Off the sector 2, he's approved 1.45 seconds up, but that's not going to be enough to jump Ecomeister. And with 3 minutes to go, he's up 2.75, so it's going to be close. He needs to have a good third sector here to have enough, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Now here comes Ecomeister, though, to put the nail in the coffin. But with 3 minutes to go, I don't know if he's going to have enough time to answer back with another lap. And he just invalidated, so he may take the hard right in the pit lane here. Probably should. He will. He'll try to quickly get re-geared up for one more go. They're going to fill the car up and take one more attempt. Collins up next here. Collins P7, struggle on that second run. Here's his third run on a fresh set of softs. What can he slot that Red Bull in? It will be P5 for Collins with a 1:12.096. Jaylee Keon behind him. He is invalidated, but I think behind both of them is Kai's F1. He's kept it clean, and he's not made a mistake on the second lap. This could be a pole run for the Mercedes driver. Down the long straight, opens the DRS, runs over the piece of debris. Luckily, no cut tires here, and it will be P1 with a 1:10.755. So to put Kai's F1, he's done it right the third time around, and it will be pole run for him. But Ecomeister currently on an outlap. 2 minutes ago. This will probably be his last attempt here as well. So we'll see if he can slot something out. Other than that, we do see Collins walking around, that may be session done for him. Scanny is well on a flyer. He is through the third sector, so we'll ride on board with him to see what he can slot in. Smitty about to start his outlap, but we'll start on board with Scanny. Scanny going to start, and he's not going to improve. Clausen has just rejoined, so we will have 11, maybe 12, if B54 can get in here. So we'll ride on board here again with Echo. Starting off Sector 1. He needs to be 2 tenths up on his times, or at least close to that, to have a chance. Purple Sector 1, we'll get to the end of the activation point right here with a minute 50. It is not an improvement. He's running actually behind his times. Yellow flag Sector 2, that looks like a slow McLaren. Mercedes, I think it may be Kai's F1. Just going a bit slow on a cooldown lap. Going to try to go all he can here. Going to brake hard into the corner, hit the impacts, come out, gets a little squirrely off exit. Very easy to fight the car here, but loose can be fast. So we'll see where he can slot in. Open up the activation point of DRS again. We'll see where he's at the Sector 2. It will be, he is up 1.58 on the time. Collins has called it a session. He is retired in the pit lane. We got about a minute to go here. This is Ecomeister's last chance for pole position. He's going to take the 50-meter board. He's going to have to find at least probably one more tenth in it. 11 is also retired from the session. She has actually crashed. So here comes Ecomeister down the long run. Can he find enough for a pole? This is going to be his run for glory. It will be Ecomeister with a 1:10.745, barely sneaking pole position away from Kai's F1. Beautiful lap for the AlphaTauri driver, and Kai's F1 probably will not have an answer. So that's done, but the question mark is, can Smitty or Maddie have an answer at? Maddie about to start a flyer. Can the driver currently second in the point standings take it from Ecomeister with 45 seconds left? Smitty is on a cooldown lap. His run is done, so this is it. Maddie can be the only driver to steal from the saws of defeat from Ecomeister. Can the Papaya Orange McLaren get on pole position? Gonna be a long run down. Gonna brake hard into the apex of the point. Gonna come off the line. End of Sector 1, gonna be a long run. Down the long straight. We'll see where he activates his point. It's going to be past 2 apexes here, and it's going to be... he's 2 tenths up on his times. Not enough to get pole yet, but if he can keep that consistency, he may, just may, be able to take it. So we'll see here as his teammates a little bit slow off the line. Will luckily get out of the way. Hopefully that did not interfere his lap too much. Coming down into Sector 2 here. Gonna get on the 50-meter board. Gonna come in hard. Not as squirrely as you say Ecomeister was on this time as the session has ended, but we'll see where he's into the Sector 2. Down past the Emirates sign, DRS activated. It will be actually his Kai's F1. I'm actually shocked he took pole position there. He was on 3-lap old softs. Didn't think he was going to have it in. That's why I did not switch back, but that's Kai's F1 coming from the jaws of defeat to take it. But here comes Matty down the last 2 corners there. Can he get enough time to make it work? Past the activation point, gonna open up DRS. It will be a run of a 1:10.782. Not enough for pole position, but he gave it his heart out there, and it will not be enough. Smitty on the last run here by that. He is on a cooldown lap, so that is qualifying done. I'm actually a little bit sad that we didn't get to see Kai's F1 there, but I honestly think with 3 lap olds off, he wasn't going to be able to pull out a pole run. Usually you can get it done with 1, maybe 2 if you're lucky, but I didn't think he was going to get it with 3. And so I wrote him off, and that's why you don't write people off in qualifying, because he will now be on pole position and be at the very least leading him off in the corner 1 with Ackermeister 2nd, Matty 3rd, and Smitty 4th. But yeah, great run from Kai's F1. Indeed. We do wait for the last bit of qualifying to finish up here as we do wait it out. Just checking some chats. I'm actually, again, I hate to say it, but I'm actually going to, yeah, just very odd indeed. So anyway, we'll take a quick look at your top 10 here. All British for the first 4 here with Kai's F1 first, Ackermeister 2nd, Matty 3rd, Smitty 4th, Scanny 5th, Collins 6th, 11th 7th, Jay Leakey 8th, Exalic 9th, and Infinity 10th, not even putting down a time. And then we'll have maybe Clausen here for 11th. We'll have to wait and see if he does load in time. So that will be your top 11 here, and we will get ready for qualification in a second. For the race, I should say. And we'll get ready for that in 1 second here. And yeah, we'll be ready to go. So I'm going to take a quick second here, get something quick, and I will be right back. We'll join you right before the start of this race. And we are back. Just had to take a quick little listen to something there. We are ready to go for the race. We got 16 seconds left. It looks like it will be a dry race for the most part, unlike the weather around here right now, which I think may be snowing. Had to check out the window real fast, but you don't probably care about my weather. You care about the race here, so we'll have to wait and see how this slots out. Actually, I'll take a quick look while I'm waiting. Yeah, that does look like light snow, so cool, November snow. But anyway, we'll get ready here for qualifying to start. As I thought, sorry, race you'd say. I thought we were about to start there. It's 17 seconds left, but I guess we have one more go around here. So I guess people still in the chat watching, throw you on your predictions of who you think's going to win this race. I think top 3 are pretty strong here today. I think it's going to be Kai's and Echo fighting for this win, but don't count out Matty. Pretty fast driver indeed as well. Even Smitty's can sometimes get those podiums if pandemonium can happen. So I think this will be a very interesting race here today to watch. And I think we'll be watching a lot of drivers back and forthing it and just fighting to keep that car in control. So we do have 11 drivers taking the field here. We'll take a quick look at the tire situation. Every driver is on a set of softs except for Infinity, who is on a set of mediums. So only driver taking a bit of an alternate strategy, you could say, to make it work. So anyways, we do watch on board here with Kai's. We'll just kind of cut through the field here as well and make quick work here. Yes, to answer your question, Jamie, CWC F1 sadly is not on this week due to a bit of a low attendance figure and some other factors. That race is not currently happening, so this is the only CWC race in town right now. So sadly, yeah, if you do want to watch some CWC racing, come join us right here. But yeah, this is sadly F1 will be back though next week for, I believe, Imola, if I'm not mistaken. I'll take a quick look at the calendar for you, and I'll tell you. Calendar says, yes, it will be Italy. Actually, it won't be Imola. Sorry, it will be Mazda. Mazda, not the car. Monza. And yeah, that will be next week, and that will be the race in question. So yeah, CWC F1 will be back, regular scheduled programming next week. But while we wait here as well, we plug things. If you like what you see, why not subscribe to CW League Racing TV, where there's tons of leagues that run, including TTML, which runs Thursdays and Fridays, including the main F1 league, which is on Sundays. And also, you do got BNPL that runs Saturdays and Sundays as well. So and there's even the new Gran Turismo League that's running on Tuesdays. So hopefully they can find some comms for that, and we will be hopefully seeing that on Tuesdays. But until then, you can also follow them at League Racing TV. There's other descriptions in the description as well to take you to the right places as well. But until then, we'll get ready to go here. 36 laps to make this work, and we will see what happens here. Oh, we do see a bit of a spin on the start there, Clausen. Oddly positioned there. Hopefully the game respawns him, or else this may be a bit of a problem for Collins, Jay Leakey, and the rest of the field in the back. I'm maybe right on board here with Clausen. Hopefully it ghosts him or something. I wonder if the lobby may be glitched because of this. Oh, his AI is going now. All right, he's just gonna... There we go. Gonna do a three-point turn. Oh, in the wall. Oh, but his... and Clausen has left. His AI is now driving away. We may have to wait for that AI, though, to putt around for the formation lap, so... Code Masters games, gotta love them. Find something new every day. So, I guess, while we're gonna have to wait for Clausen's AI here, so... I guess we'll just... We'll stay right now, but, yeah, something new always happens, it seems, in this game, and, don't even really know how to react to that, because that is a first. So here we go, as we still wait. No lights, so we're going to wait for Clausen. Clausen's AI going to drive around here. Twiddle our thumbs, you could say, as we do wait. We've already... I guess the field is not too thrilled about this, because their tires are going to get cold, and their engines are going to get cold, so... Yeah, they're just sitting there while Clausen's AI drives around. So at least he'll have fresh tires. At least the warmed-up tires. While the rest of the field, those tires will probably be ice cold. So as Clausen's now working his way through the third sector. J-League and Zelk also probably kicked themselves a little bit more because they did get in a little bit of an incident, you could say, on the formation lap. And they've been sitting there longer than the rest of the field, so... Yeah, as you can see, the one stop is an option here today. Softs to hards, medium to hards, that could be an option. Even softs to medium if you know how to stretch it. But, something happened. Oh, and away we go. That is a first. All right. This game always provides surprises. But here comes Kai's F1 and Ecomeister off in the corner one here. Ecomeister going to tow a little bit whirly. They're going to be side by side, but I think Kai's F1 is going to hold on out. They're still side by side here. It's in pressure. They get track position on corner one, and it's going to be Kai's F1 taking the lead, but he goes a little bit wide. Can Ecomeister have an answer back? He's going to be on the inside, but it's not going to be enough. So Kai's F1 going to be first, Ecomeister second, Matty third, Scandy fourth, Smitty under pressure here from 11th and 6th, and Smitty going to get passed by 11th. Going to actually hold up the teammate of XL, and and a wall hard there. 11, race over, crash, very spectacular, wheel off. That is session over for them. I don't even 100% know what happened there. This game always makes you scratch your head. Two weird things happening. No safety car trigger on. Then there goes Infineon off into the grass. And also, if I'm not mistaken, Infineon was on a set of mediums and now on a set of softs. This is just odd. Very odd indeed. No safety car, no nothing for 11 flipping, so, yeah, anyway, Ecomeister behind Kai's F1 in lap 1, Matty in 3rd, Exotic 4th, Smitty 5th, Collins 6th, Jay Leakey 7th, Clausen 8th, Infineon 9th, and Scanny rounding out your top 10 in 10th. Yellow flag sector 3, looks like actually Matty, Kai's F1, for some reason going slow here. He was in the lead by a good margin. Clausen has just rejoined, which is probably not good. Now it says he's in 9th. I have no clue what's going on. He just kind of argy-bargies 11, and then the wall goes Kai's. Yeah, he's now down to 7th, even though he was clearly a second up on a long straight, and he's got no damage. So, I have no clue what's going on, folks, but we'll try to make sense of it. As now Ecomeister is retired. Let me just make sure there's not a lobby reset or something happening, because keep an eye, you do have a safety car here. I think, yeah, he lost the back end. As eventually will find a car that gets me there. yeah, you can see he lost it off to the right there, and that's race over. That's going to be a virtual safety car for him. God, honestly, I looked at it, I was like, I thought that may have been just a trigger of nothing, but it raised questions. What happened with Kai's F1 there? So, 11 flipped, didn't get anything. Ecklemeister lost it coming off corner 2, and that's where he's over. And I think Scanny's also slow there on the right. Yes, he is. So Scanny a bit slow. Currently in 9th. Virtual safety car still out here. Ecklemeister has left, so yeah, it is session done for him. It is curtains. I think he may have lost the back end coming off that long sweeping left. And that is that. So J-Leaky, Exelic, Collins, Smitty, Maddie, virtual safety car still underactivating here. Still kind of trying to figure out what happened to Kai's F1, but he is pitting. We'll see if he does have at least some damage. We'll see what the crew does here. Yeah, they're not changing his wings, so I guess he's just doing an alternate strategy here. He is getting held in the pit, and there he goes. Okay. Still in a virtual safety car conditions. And yeah, we're just now kind of waiting it out here. Kai's F1 pits here to go on a set of hards. Probably too early to make it to the end of this race, but definitely going to give him an alternate strategy. 11 has left the session as well. Now, but she already crashed. DRS has now been enabled, and where the virtual safety car is now done. So yeah, thumbs up indeed. Yellow flag sector 2, I think that is Scanny wrong way around. Yes, it is. Scanny been struggling a little bit here. He'll get it refired, but very odd indeed. Back up to the top of the pack here. I think Collins is also a bit, so yeah, it looks like, no, that's actually Clausen. I think Clausen has rejoined, but he's got no front wing, and very messy indeed. So it looks like he'll have to, I'm not even 100% if he's in control of his car or not, because he did join back, but it doesn't look ghosted, so I think he is in the control. But yeah, yellow flag sector 2, sector 3, I think that may be Scanny again. I see a McLaren, Mercedes, could be Collins. Ooh, we do have actually, I think that's Exelic, yeah, Exelic's slow off the line here. Doesn't look like, does she have damage? Yeah, she's missing part of her front wing here. I think I'm having the bad vision here. I'm not really spotting shit, but I'm also a little bit too far back from the screen here. So let me get a little closer. As now we see Collins and Clausen's AIs both, Exelic and Clausen both pitting here. I think it changes. But anyway, back up to the top half of the field here. We got Maddie a second ahead of Smitty. Smitty 1.7 ahead of Collins. Collins P3, 3 clear of J-Leaky. J-Leaky 8 clear of Infineon. Infineon barely close behind Scanny. Scanny is caught Infineon. There goes Infineon, wrong way around. He's in the wall there. Going to be broken off front wing, and now Scanny going to go up the P5, and Kai's F1 also going to pass him for 6. So Infineon is going to have, I think, some damage in his Alfa Romeo. Yes, he does. He's missing a particle of a front wing, so he's going to be limping around in P7 to pit and make it work. Exelic pitted for a set of softs, and Clausen's also pitted for a set of softs, so no hard strategies for them. So we got a field here on lap 4 here. Kai's, again, trying to chase down his teammate here, 1.2 behind. Well, I guess we'll ride on board here with this, because Kai's does look like kind of the hunter that's chasing the prey. Maddie goes the fast lap of the race, currently in the race with, 1.7 over his teammate here. Scanny, indeed. Ooh, Scanny gets a little snappy, and that's going to be the wall for Scanny. That is just, he's really struggling here with that setup. He'll take the hard right in the pit lane. Kai's F1 goes the fast on a set of hards. So Kai's F1 at P5, but now he's 9 behind J-Leaky. So he's going to have to put the foot down to catch him indeed. Scanny going to pit for another fresh front wing and a new set of tires. Infineon going to stay, actually going to come in, I should say, to pit for it. Thought he would. Even though the game says he's on a set of softs, was on a set of mediums. I don't know anymore with this game. But anyway, he'll fall down the P7. Exelic up the P6 though, so Exelic back up to 6 after a little moment, you could say, but 21 seconds behind Kai's F1. So we're going to cut back up to the top 3 here. Riding board here with Smitty, who's trying to catch up to his teammate and stay ahead of Collins. And yeah, that's really it, because everyone else, that is kind of the close battle we have on track, 2 seconds. But knowing how this race is shaped up so far, some of these drivers are struggling with their cars, so it may be a more bunched up situation. So we're going to see here as he comes to the corner here, can he get a run? Even you, Lesty, you're missing a very chaotic race, man. Go off your antidote, James. Yeah, that does look like your luck sucked there. At least you're still 4th for the championship, so thumbs up to that. So keep your foot down, keep your nose to the grind. But yeah, 6 laps so far. This has been very chaotic. Collins is slowly reeling in Smitty. and making something work. So we'll see if he can keep his, again, kind of reeling, because Collins has had all right luck this season, but not the strongest driver, you would say. Done okay, you could say, but really wanting to probably get a good finish. And we know J-League's got a podium, Smitty's got a podium, Maddie's got a podium, Exelic has a podium. I don't think Scanny's got one, so he's kind of looking to get out of that a group that doesn't have a podium yet. And Collins has been a very consistent driver in this field, though, so hopefully his luck can be rewarded. But still, long way to go in this race. Only lap 6. We know Kai's F1's definitely going to have an answer along with J-League. Now Kai's has already closed 3 seconds in on J-League. He is flying on those hards. And yeah, we do have the Red Bull back. You are correct, Jamie, on that front. Old Red Bull is back. Missed the old white one. Was always a sucker for that kind of design and detail. But hey, the old red one's good. The old Red Bull's good too. Wish they kind of had an option to switch or swatch, but sadly, hey, that's not how Codemasters works. But anyway, lap 7, as we see Kai's now sets another fast lap of the race with a 1:13.989. So slowly reeling in J-Leaky. If you're J-Leaky right now, you hear the Euro beat in the distance. You hear the boss music. And he really needs to start flying. But luckily, Kai's F1 is still behind him because technically both drivers will have to pit again. Yeah, but right now, Maddie is pulling clear of... actually, we do see Scanny and Selleck fighting here. Oh, so I think Selleck has lost back in. Scanny sits fast lap of the race. Friends to the end, you could say, between Scanny and Exelic. Always seem to fight on the track, but sadly, not going to be the case right now, as Exelic is going to get rebound, respun, but not even going to hit down pit lane. Probably should have took the hard right, but looks like she will try to soldier on without a front wing. Yellow flag in the sector. I think that is one of the cars. I think that is Scanny. Yep, Scanny, though. I guess you could still say friends to the end because one driver spun and the other one spun. So very synchronized in what they do. Now off in the grass here. Going to kind of concede the spot here to the AI of Claus. I guess not even the AI of Claus. Claus is actually here. But we'll see if Claus can make a move on Scanny. Yep, going to make quick work of him. Scanny just going to try to limber it around in the pit lane. Yellow flag sector 2. I think that is, yeah, that is still Scanny's car. They're kind of limping around. Back up, though, Maddie is put in pace laps on his teammate, really pushing the throttle down, and Smitty is almost 5 clear. As here comes Kai's again. He's now down to 2 seconds. Right now, he is flying on those hards, like straight out just pushing aggressively on those hards. Yeah, to answer your question, yeah, Jamie, yeah, this race is pure chaos indeed. Very chaotic indeed. Not much action. Just a lot of drivers struggling with the conditions. I know it's a very hard track. I personally like it to a degree. Its track kind of reminds me of Japan and a few other circuits where you have to get it right, but one long mistake and you are off in whatever direction. But I kind of like it. The only section I don't like is that hard brake hard right in the sector 2, where it feels like if you don't time it right and you don't pinch the impacts, you go way too far. So now Clausen is actually retired from the session. He's actually crashed on circuit, so and that will trigger another virtual safety car right on board here with him. We'll see what the Red Bull is. Yep, he looks like he lost. It went a little too wide, and that is session done for the Red Bull indeed. And now it's actually a full safety car. So we got Exelic coming in, pitting for a new front wing. Scanny coming in as well, pitting, both going through a set of hards. This could be a situation where we see drivers pit, drive through. J-Leaky is better in the safety car. Bad performance in. Both McLarens, I think, are going to double stack. Actually, no, they'll avoid the double stack here. Maddie going on a set of hards. Collins actually staying out. He will, I believe, inherit the lead. Yes, he will. Smitty also, he'll be putting on a set of hards. Kai's F1 staying out, and he'll jump Smitty. Actually, he won't even jump Smitty, so never mind. I think. Well, no, he jumps Smitty. Sorry, my mistake. Looked at the wrong pie car there. A little bit too far away from the screen. So, quick little update here. We got Collins currently in first position, Maddie in second, Kai's F1 in third, Smitty in fourth, J-Leaky in fifth, Infinia in sixth, Scanny in seventh, Exelic in eighth, and J-Leaky will have to pit for a drive-through, so he is basically a net P8 currently right now. So Collins will lead the way. Collins on 8-lap old sauce. Probably should have pitted on that safety car, but maybe thinks an alternate strategy could work. Maddie, Kai's, and Smitty... Kai's and Maddie and Smitty both pitted for a set of hards. Kai's still staying on his hards. There's a chance Maddie and Smitty can make it on those hards from this distance. It's not impossible, especially considering looking at some of the deltas and directions. If they can be a little conservative on those hards, they can make it to the end. But Kai's F1's definitely probably going to have to pit one more time unless he's very conservative on that rubber. We know he's conservative on his tires, but I didn't think that's a stretch to make it from lap 4. J-Leaky on a fresh set of softs in fifth. Now got to pit for a drive-through, trying to go for the fast lap, presumably. Infinite stayed out, and Scanny and Exelic both pitted earlier on the safety car and are both 7th and 8th, respectively. So as we do wait for the field to get re-bunched up here. And get this thing all situated. Honestly, Jamie, I wouldn't 100% disagree with you. There'll probably be a good chance it may rain. It looks personally dry, but knowing the luck of this lobby, by the time it hits, now Kai's F1 is not pitted, but Collins has. So he actually probably should have pitted one lap early, going on a set of mediums. Bit odd. I think he would have went for a set of hards there like the rest of the field around him, but maybe he thinks there'll be another safety car, and he could take advantage of those mediums. But it was kind of a short field. Bit of an odd strategy indeed. Well, could work out for him. Definitely going for broke here on pay dirt. It'll be up to P net P4 at the very least. With J League, you're going to have to go for a drive through on the safety car. But yeah, Matty currently leads the way, but he's now got Kai's F1 right behind him. Remember, Kai's F1 was a pole sitter pretty fast, but had that weird incident on lap 1 where he fell like a stone, but didn't pit for a front wing change. So I'm still not even 100% what happened on that, to be honest. But someone will probably say it in the chat at the end of this race, and I will find out. And when I get that information, I'll try to relay it to you. But anyway, yep, submitting a third here. Safety car should be coming in next time by because Scanning Exotic are so far away. Things are still all to play for here. So coming on lap 10. We'll be going again on lap 11. So, yeah. Not much really else to report here. Everyone's pitted. We're just kind of just waiting it out here. And yeah, gonna make this work. I tried to fill there with more, but I've just run out of conversation points other than just knowing that this game has been very weird. If you are watching it, go back to the start of the replay and watch the opening laps and just see the chaos this game provides. Yeah, I would agree with you, James. That was a great job by Lewis Hamilton in Brazil, I would say. And it was definitely a strong performance. Probably one of the better races of the season, you could say, for a driving standpoint. Pure, just alternate pace there. Made that car work. And now this championship's still all to fight for here. And it could still be, it's going to go down to the Abu Dhabi, you could say, with a fight between Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen for the title and the constructors between Mercedes and Red Bull. Yep, safety car going to be coming in most likely this time by as we do wait for Scandi and Exelic to come up here and pit. As I think Infinity actually just pitted for a set of mediums. He thinks the mediums can make it from this distance. I don't think it's impossible, but that is a stretch and a half to make it 20 laps. Not impossible, but a stretch. So maybe that could be the golden ticket to get him there. Collins also probably going to be on very conservative tires, so maybe Collins and Infinity could make it, but they're definitely going to be struggling by the end. And if they can make it, for sure, Smitty and Matty can make it on one lap old hards. So we'll see if the strategies work out. But knowing how this race is projected right now, this could be easily a situation where we could see another safety car at the very least. Last car going to get bunched up here. Yep, Infinity and Excel are going to touch up. And this will be the lap they come in. So we'll be going with 12. And ready to go indeed. Yeah, I do wait it out there. Like at 25 laps, I don't know if, yeah, now I think of it more, why I said 20, I don't know, but 25 laps, yeah, no way the beams make it on 25 laps. Hards could make it, but that's going to be a stretch. But anyway, here we go. Safety car in this time by. We'll ride on board here with Smitty, kind of watch the field. Matty going to try to play chicken here with Kai's, make this work. Going to try to probably wait to the last second to go, maybe try to catch him off in that corner here and make him get a little bit squirrely. That is true. So we'll see here, on point here, Matty going to bail his time out here. Going to be a little bit slower on the hards. The soft and medium mirrors will catch him a little bit, but can they make that work? So here we come. Starting lap 12, Matty goes off a little bit late in the corner there. Caught Kai's a little bit napping. Caught his teammate napping even more. And here we go. J-League all under pressure from Collins. Remember, J-League, he's going to have to pit here. So how aggressive will he be to hold a spot? Round the outside, can Collins make a switchback maneuver? Oh, and he clips the corner there. And in the wall hard. From bad to worse for J-League. He got a little bit too low there. And that's going to be spot loss. Exalic and Scanny fighting right now. We also got Collins on the back of Smitty. Remember, Collins has got those freshest tires here and on a better tire compound, so he should make quick work of Smitty, but the problem is it's a very hard circuit to pass, so if you're caught in the dirty air, bad things can happen. Yellow flag sector 1, sector 2. Scanny's actually retired from this race. I think he may have crashed, and we'll see here up on the left second, him and Exelic, we're fighting, and that's hard on the wall for Scanny and the Mercedes, and it's race done for him, down to 8 runners, but that will not trigger a safety car. Back up to the pack here, we got Maddie and Kai's F1 fighting for first position. Smitty just barely a second behind, Collins barely a second behind him. Jay Leaky and Infinite way too far back there, not really making any pressure here. Kai's kind of just biding his time here, going to try to make something happen. Going to make something work. We also got, see in the distance, Collins going to try to pass Smitty, so we'll ride on board, watch both battles here. Collins should be able to make the move on the straight, but can Kai's F1 make something happen? Telemetry, they should both be around the same ERS levels. They are, for the most part. Actually, Smitty's got a lot more save than Collins. So here comes Kai's. Can he make something work? Out, in, not going to get enough toe. Going to try to hang it around the outside. Can he squeeze it around? He's going to have the inside line for the next corner here. Going to keep the wheel in. Going to get the good traction off the end. It's not going to be enough, though, as Kai's is going to hold position. Smitty and Collins, no move back there. So on lap 13... Kai's thought about making a move here. He has a little bit more pace, but those hards are going to hit the cliff faster than both Maddie and Smitty's will, because he was pushing hard for those tires. He's basically changing the gears of Maddie right now, all over the back. One little brake check from Maddie, and that could be curtains for him. But looks like he's keeping nerve right now. Will he throw an aggressive move up the inside here? No, he will not. Just tuck back in line. So we'll see here what he can do. Goes in, goes out. Gonna bide his time. Gonna go fade out. Gonna try to maybe make something happen here. No, not gonna be enough to make anything happen. Tuck back in line. Collins again, still on the back of that. DRS will be activated this time by, but Collins used a lot of his telemetry here. Oh, sorry, ERS, you should say. And definitely could be a sitting duck. Zalek on the back of this train as well, so you think Collins will make more work, but maybe just doesn't have as much pace in that Red Bull as he may think. Back up to the battle here for a second. Going to use all that ERS. Here comes Kai's F1. Going to try to pass Maddie, standing still, and he will successfully get on the inside here, and he'll successfully make the pass as Infinite's a little bit slow off in Sector 2. So Kai's is going to make the pass on Maddie. Smitty going to hold station on Collins, but if Maddie can stay in the toe, he could make an answer back. How aggressive will Maddie be on those hards? Only time will tell. So back up, we got Collins still chasing front here, and Zelig on the back of that train. So we're just going to kind of keep an eye on all packs here. Can Smitty make something, Maddie make something happen on Kai's, and can Smitty hold station? Smitty looking for a second podium, back-to-back podiums. Maddie looking for back-to-back podiums as well, and Kai's looking to get back on the winning ways as they shake. So we'll see here again, DRS will be activated on this straight here, but not really much of a passing opportunity to make something happen. Going to get a good runoff down the line, but not even going to be close enough to make anything happen. Just going to try to stay in the toe. But we do see Collins get a little bit close here, but not enough to make a pass. Close, but no cigar there, but gets a good kind of exit here. Looks like he's overdriving those corners just a bit. The problem is Collins needs to make quick work of Smitty, because as the longer he stays behind, the more those tires are going to end up getting a little bit more on the roasted side. But it doesn't look like he gets a good exit off this corner here. Maddie going to have DRS, not going to be close enough to make a lunge, but we'll see here if Collins can make something happen. Going to take the inside, Smitty going to cover the inside line here. Maddie going to try to hang around the outside, going to outbreak him in the one, and he'll successfully make the pass. So Collins up the third position, now going to set his minds on 2 seconds up the road, which is Maddie and Kai's respectively. Smitty going to just kind of try to stay in the toe and hope Collins can tow him to the promised land. Exelic 2 seconds behind and dropping behind. On that, Jaylee kind of in an island of his own, along with Infinite in 7th. So Maddie again, just staying a second behind right now, just biding his time. Maybe taking it conservatively. Looking at ERS right now, it looks like actually Kai's saving more. With yellow flag sector 2, that is where Exelic is, but doesn't look like she went that slow. So bit of a just a bit of a slowness, if you will. Not enough to really trigger anything other than just losing. Actually, it looks like she lost 2 seconds, so it looks like she got a little bit squirrely, but not enough to cause any damage. Ooh, Smitty on the back of Collins here. We could see an answer back here from Smitty. Staying relatively close here. Going to stay in the toe. They are losing, not making much time up. Maddie's already lost out the 1.2 second win as Jay Leakey has lost the back end. Carr is still on the circuit, so I'm not going to cut to that right now, so we may see a pass happen here between Collins and Smitty. Kai sets a fast lap of the race, and he is pulling. Here comes Smitty, going to tow down the long run, but not going to have enough to make anything happen. Just going to tuck right in behind. So Smitty again, just waiting it out, buying time. We do have 21 laps to go here, so still a long race here. We definitely know we definitely know Kai is going to have to pit again. We definitely know Jay League is going to have to pit again. The question is, can the rest of the field get at the pit? Presumably, yes. Maybe the Hearts can make it if it's Alex, Smitty, and Maddie, but that is a stretch and a half to make it that far. And how fast Kai's will be on another set of tires, we'll have to wait and see. Again, if another safety car does come out, as someone has joined this party here.
Yep, misclicked it, mate. Sorry.
Alright, that is perfectly fine. So anyway, as I will continue the car, Mr. Race, how he is left out. Nice little introduction here. Say hello to him. But anyway, as Kai is now pulling away from Maddie at 2 seconds. Collins 3.4 behind, losing touch and fast. Gets a little squirrely off entry. Smitty as well, just biding his time. Losing touch, though, not making those mediums work. He is going to have DRS here again, but he is losing touch and quick. So not going to really make enough to make a lunge here unless he really finds that extra pace, but not going to be enough. He has saved a lot of ERS, though, so maybe we'll be a little bit fast on the long run. Yellow flag sector 1 is, I think Kai's F1 has lost in the back end there. Cut away for a half a second there, and the leader has made a mistake. We'll ride aboard Exelic, see if we can keep an eye on Kai's. He's just lost it coming in that fast left-right, and has lost the end. It's similar to Exelic. Exelic kind of shows you how easy it can be done there, as she's lost it the other way. So Kai's F1 falling down the fourth position, you could say. Exelic going to fall down the 5th. Both drivers going to have to pit again. And I think Kai's may have survived about too much damage. We'll see if we're going to go. I know Exelic lost a bit of her wing. Yeah, no, he is missing an end plate, so both drivers are going to have to pit for fresh wings as well. So 4th and 5th are going to have to pit again, and that just leaves Smitty, Collins, and Maddie kind of the lone 3 up front. So it's a situation now where Maddie may be home free at the very least, unless another safety car does come out. Quick sip of the drink here, as we'll be starting lap 18. So going to get a good toe down the line here, pulling out a distance on Collins. Collins pulling away from Maddie's teammate in 3rd. We'll switch on here. Kai's up on yellow flag sector 2. I think that is Infineon as well. A lot of drivers struggling around Zandorf here. Hits the breaking point sign there, if I'm not mistaken. Made me get a few angry drivers, but other than that, that won't be enough to deter him. So here comes Kai's F1. Going to take the hard right in the pit lane here. We'll see what tires he decides to put on along with Exelic. We're within a range that a set of mediums probably could make it, but he's definitely going to be at least behind the 8 ball, 20 seconds behind Smitty, and being basically a full pit stop and a half behind the field, and going to have to sacrifice that extra time. He's putting on a set of mediums. Exelic, we'll see what tires she puts on. She is also putting on a set of mediums as well in her Aston Martin. So Kai's and Exelic both on a set of mediums. Infinite won't be really able to jump either driver here, as he's just a little bit too far back. But Jay Leakey now up to 4th position. If a chaos happens up front, he could be at least on a chance for a set of podium here. But he's not going to have to hold off Kai's F1, who's on a fresher set of mediums and climbing. So yeah, probably 4th is going to fall for both to Kai's and Exelic. So we'll have to wait and see how that shakes up. But anyway, Smitty on the back Collins. Question now is, has Collins' tires fallen off? That is in the realm of possibility to assume that maybe his tires are starting to go a little bit, because we are on lap 19. 8 lap old mediums are not too roasted. We'll see how it shakes up here, as he is catching Collins though, so in theory the mediums could maybe make it. At least looking to I just say my expert in the chat here, mediums could make it to the end from when they pitted. 90 plus wear though, so highly unlikely Collins makes it to the end. But not impossible, but definitely will be a sitting duck, but maybe, just maybe have enough time to stay ahead of Kai's and Jay Leakey. But knowing Kai's is going to be on a fresh set of those mediums, he could be easily a sitting duck if those tires don't rupture first. So here we come again, starting lap number, well, not lap 20 yet. Lap 20 will be in a couple seconds here, but yeah. Smitty is slowly reeling in Collins. Again, if 1-2 for the McLarens, that will definitely open up their battle in the constructors here. So definitely on the road to that at least. So we'll see here again if Smitty can get close enough here. Kai's is definitely reeling in Jay Leakey to make something happen. So we'll see here, Smitty pulling himself closer, but not enough to make anything happen. 5 tenths behind, but not enough to make anything close up. Collins now 4.5 behind Maddie, who's currently leading the way by a wide margin. Jay Leakey 32 seconds behind that battle. Considering a pit stop delta around here is, I think, 25 seconds, give or take. well over a pit stop and a half behind, and Jake will have to pit again. And Collins, well, being at least maybe even, I wouldn't say double the pit stop, but definitely going to be 1.5 pit stops behind, you would say. Back up there, we got Smitty still all over the back of Collins here. Definitely a pass will be happening sooner rather than later. The question is what happens now. Kai sets the fast lap of the race, at the very least, trying to get that fast lap point and make something happen. So we'll see here again, DRS activated, not going to be really close enough to make a lunge unless he is very aggressive, but definitely at the very least, close enough to make something happen next time by in the long straight. Saved up his DRS, he's well over 100, while Collins is only at 33, so could make something happen. So we're going to see a good toe down the long run here. See if he can make something happen. Get a toe down, just not going to be close enough to make anything happen to those hearts. Those hearts are coming in, though, but not at a fast enough rate to make something happen. So, buying his time, but not close enough to make it occur. Again, just staying close, but not close enough. Collins, though, is kind of staying close to Smitty. Smitty not really pulling... Maddie should say, not pulling away too much here. Kind of being relatively close. Like, if you look at the gaps, it's actually coming down just a bit here. So, Maddie not pushing super hard on those hards. Kind of just biding his time, you would say. As now Kai sets another fast lap race. He is all over the back of Jay Leakey, so we're going to cut back to the battle here with Kais and Jay Leakey, sensing a pass happening, but we'll keep an eye back on 3rd and 4th, though. Going to try to go out. Not going to be enough. Oh, but here he comes on a pass where you don't see passes happen often, but he's got that out toe, and he's clipped the curb, and that's in the wall hard. He went for an aggressive pass there, clipped the outside of the inside of the curb there, and that is going to be another front wing gone from Kai's F1. He is going to be kicking himself hard. He's going to get refired, but he's going to lose spots to Exelic and Infiniate. So he's now down to net P7 and is going to have to pit again. Just the car got out of the corner. We'll cut back to the second here because we got Smitty trying to pass Collins, but not going to be enough. So just sends an opportunity for a pass, was faster than Jay Leakey, but he just mounted the curb wrong, and the car got sent for a ride, and that is going to be a long walk of shame, you could say, or drive of shame, back to the pit lane, where hopefully Kai's F1 needs a safety car to get back in this race. But one driver that's definitely smiling from ear to ear at the very least right now is Maddie, who is going to definitely close up the gap. I've not made a mistake and take over the points lead from Kenobi, but also Kenobi as well smiling is that gap from him and Kai's is going to grow. So we know Kai's can be very fast to make up those points, but with some bad races in tow, it could easily extend the gap to a very hard point to where it's very easy to not overcome. But here comes Kai. He's going to limp it down pit road here again. Presumably could probably put on a set of softs to make it to the end. We'll see what tires he puts on. Yeah, he is putting on a set of softs. So back to the battle with Collins and Smitty as well. We do also have Infinite and Exelic kind of close to, so we'll keep an eye on both battles. Down the long straight here again, 5 seconds. 5 tenths. I don't know if it's going to be enough to close it up here. I is on, though, not using any of his DRS, and it's not going to be enough. So Smitty, again, just kind of staying behind the Red Bull and biding his time. We'll see her again. You can see just in the distance, that is not Jay Leakey in the distance, just for the viewer at home. That is Kai's F1, who's now a lap down on the field. So even if a safety car does come out, he'd be a net P7 and have to try to get his lap back. So he's going to go super fast here, but the problem is he has to try to clear both Maddie and Collins and then try to get far enough ahead that the blue flags don't affect him. Looks like Collins goes a little bit wide here. He's going to be aggressive here and try to make quick work of both drivers and try to get out of the blue flag range. So we now know a blue flag will be activated, at least for Smitty, so he's going to have to get quickly away from him in order to make it happen. And with them kind of fighting, that is not helping. He's not going to make quick work of Collins. Luckily with ghosting on, because he is a lap-down car, he can make these passes relatively quickly. Kind of doesn't even have to fight him, basically, and he'll make it work. So now Jay, he's also in the pits, will not go a lap down, but will lose 4th to Infiniate. So Infiniate up the 4th position, but probably also have to pit again, handing the spot back to Jay Leakey. So question is now Kai's want to set us off, going for that fast lap point, trying to get something out of it, and I think he'll pull just enough away to not really be under threat of blue flags. I scratched my head there. Back to Kai's, just going to take the long one past the arm cosine. Going to hug out. Toe in, just trying to basically bring the car home to get some points. Because if he ends up wrecking again and loses points, he'll get no points instead of few points. But it is top 10 to make something happen. So Kai's sliding in here, going to try to go for the fastest push that he can. Make something happen. So yeah, just kind of got him covering some battles here. Again, Smitty close, but not close enough to make something happen. It's Matty's lace throughs right now. He's 5 clear of Collins. Most of the field's going to have to pit again, even if he can stretch it. But even then, if everyone pits again, he's still net 5 ahead. Unless he speeds in the spit lane. Even then, he's still clear. So here comes Collins again, making those beams work. Kai's goes fast out of the race with a 1:12, 1:95. See again if I make it. Just checking some things. Hey, sometimes in a race like this, you gotta try to keep an eye on the chats, keep an eye on everything else, see if anything happens. But we do got Jay Leakey and Infiniate battling for 5th. I think Infiniate may have had a slight mistake. He will have to pit again, though, regardless. That 4th will probably just be re-inherited by Jay Leakey, as long as Jay Leakey doesn't end up wrecking. And Jay Leakey will make the pass, so Jay Leakey up the 4th position. Just in this, there you can also see Exalic. So if these two drivers do get to blows, it could be a situation where Exalic could maybe catch up the pieces and get P4. So back up the road, we do got Smitty all over the back end, biding his time. Now Klaus has left the session. I'm shocked he was still in the session, to be honest, because he crashed out long ago, but maybe he was doing something else. Doesn't happen now. Finite has pitted on lap 6 on a set of mediums. I don't think he has damage, though. We'll see if he's going to pit for a front wing. Actually, he does, so he is pitting for a new front wing. But back to the battle here with Smitty and Collins. I think a pass is going to happen here right now. I think Smitty is finally going to get around Collins here. Going to go inside line, and he'll successfully make it happen. So, but then Collins going to try to hang it around the outside here. Not going to give up what a fight here. Side by side, a little bit of a squirrel there battle there. The Red Bull gets in the sand, but not going to be enough, and a little bit of tap up the rear. But Smitty going to hold the spot at the very least. So Smitty up to 2nd, Collins down to 3rd, but Collins not going to give up here. Going to try to hang on the inside here. You don't see passes happen here often, and it looks like Collins is going to get the elbows out and get the spot back. And oh, he's in the wall hard. Well, I said he was going to keep the spot hard, and he's just lost. I think he tried to clear himself and hooked himself, and that is race done. And what Matty, Smitty, the rest of the field probably didn't want to see is that safety car is now out again. Kai's F1 has unlapped himself from Matty, and he will be on the lead lap and going to be on fresh tires, which is not something Matty and Smitty want to see right now. So Collins just basically kind of caused pandemonium there at the very least, and his bunch of the field with 1 to go. Safety car probably be coming in on lap 27, so we will have 10 to go to finish this race. I think what happened is Collins tried to clear himself. I don't think they touched, but he looked clear, and it looks like the hook. You can see Matty coming and definitely going for a set of softs, along with Smitty, both drivers coming in on a set of softs. The question mark is, does Kai's F1 have enough softs in the bank to go for a fresh set here? Jay Leakey, Infinite will unlap himself as well, so top 7 all will be on the lead lap, fighting for positions out on the circuit. Well, I think he'll actually, yeah, he'll just barely unlap himself, but unlap himself no less. So Matty 1st, Smitty 2nd, Jay Leakey 3rd right now. Could stay out and try to hold on a set of mediums, but with the rest of the field pitting on a set of softs, I don't think that would be the smartest of choices. Exalic also on a set of mediums, going to probably pit for a set of softs if she has another tire set ready, and Kai's F1 may just pit as well just to get a fresh set of softs so everyone's on an equal playing field. Infinity already pitted for a set of softs, so he will be staying out. No point in staying another lap. So Matty's caught the safety car, Smitty about to catch it. This race has been a race of nutrition, you would say. So Jay Leakey going to kind of come around here. We'll see if he decides to take the hard right in the pit lane. No, he is actually staying out. He thinks he can make it on those mediums and be strong, which I don't know if that's the smartest choice call in the world, but different strokes, different folks. As Exalic is going to be coming in, will come out a net P5 as Kai's will pass him, or her, I should say, for P5, but it will be at least on a fresh set of softs at the very least. So 6, 5, and we actually get a fresh front wing as well. So 6, 5, 1, and 2, all on fresh tires. 3 and 4 going to be taking on old softs and old mediums. Old softs for the 4th place car and old mediums for the 3rd place car. Actually, I think the safety car will be coming in, not even on 27, coming in on 20. We'll be going back to race on 29, I should say. So, yeah. Very chaotic. Checking the radar out, Collins just made a mistake there, looking at the chats, not too thrilled with himself. But that is racing sometimes. So I'm going to put this down here for a second. And we'll be ready to go. We're just going to keep an eye on board with Infinity. He is the farthest out on track, so we'll just kind of ride on board with him. Just wait till he gets caught with the field. Safety car should be... We're on lap 27. Actually, sorry, 28, because I'm on Colin Infinity. So, yeah, 28. So, if Infinity can get around the circuit, we should be going on 29. But if he takes his time... Now, Kai's also pitting as well. We'll give the spot back. Actually, no, he won't even get the spot to Exelic. So... Kai is going to come out a net P4, which is something that if you told me after all the incidents he's had, he's able to still be in this race and still have a chance to win, I'd call you crazy. Only driver staying out, J-League again, just maybe a fool's man's edition. Could have probably pitted there and still came out a net P3, but really just feels confident on those mediums, which I think may be his detriment. Yep, safety car definitely not coming in this time by Infinity. It's a little bit too far away. So safety car will be coming in, and we will be going green on lap 30, which means we will have 7 to go in this race. Unless Infinity gets around the circuit pretty quickly here, but considering the activation point for the safety car is right about here-ish, and we don't have Kai's, Exelic, or Infinity anywhere close, I'm assuming we got one more lap on the safety car, and we will. So yep, one more safety car lap here to bring it home for the viewer at home. So again, there comes Jay. I think that's actually, yep, that is Kai's F1 about to get caught up. Exelic about to catch on this lap. But yeah, we are now just waiting for Infinity to finish up here. Once he gets here, we'll be good to go next time by. So we'll see here again if he can make it happen. Yep, Collins, Exelic has just caught the back. Ooh, goes a little too deep there. And now we're down to Infinity. Just waiting for him to finish up here and get to his starting point. So yeah, just looking at my phone here real fast, just checking some things here. Make sure we're all good to go. And we are. All right. So yep. Safety car will be coming in. We'll have 7 laps to go, and it will be a race to the finish. Can Kai's F1? He's had the fastest car here all day, but he's going to have to try to pass 3 cars in 7 laps, and he'll have 3 laps out DRS, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can make it work. Okay, he's going to get caught up here. Make it happen. Zip gonna catch back up here. Yep, we will be going on lap 30. So yeah, we will have 7 to go. I know I repeat the obvious, but when sometimes you don't have much else to say, you repeat the obvious. Yep, safety car in this time by. So we'll ride back on board with Jay Leakey. Actually, we're on board with Kai, so I think Kai's is definitely gonna get a good launch here. So make something happen. Yeah, no interruptions, 7 laps to go. You got my full undivided attention, and here we go. So Kai's is going to wait this out here, going to bide his time. Remember, Maddie led the last safety car. He went probably just halfway off the corner here. Going to go very early here, indeed. He's going to go very quickly here. Question mark is Smitty maybe going to play rear gunner here and try to hold up Jay Leakey and Kai's as much as he can? Basically be the immovable object as Infinity has passed Collins. Exelic has lost it off the safety car restart, and she's going to get refired. Hopefully she doesn't get disqualified for driving backwards. Back up to the battle here. We got Kai's one already making a move on Jay Leakey for 3rd, and Jay Leakey's going to lose the spot. So Kai's F1 already up to 3rd position. Now he sets his sights on the 2 papaya orange cars. If they come to blows, it could be a win for Jay Leakey on the cards. So here comes Kais again, rear gunner. Smitty going to try to play as much of a defense you could say and force Kais to make a very iffy pass. Telemetry does show that Smitty does have the most telemetry saved out of the three, so he should be a little bit faster on the straights, but not by much. So here comes Kais, going to go fake out, go in, nowhere to go, but I sense a pass maybe happening here. How desperate will Kais F1B for a pass? Gonna go out, gonna go in, not gonna think about it, gonna bide his time here, knowing that he's spun already 3 times. Definitely wants to make sure the car stays clean. Gonna get good total on the straight here, gonna go 50-meter board, gonna brake hard in, hit the apex, go wide. And here we go. We're going to have 5 to go, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, 6. My mistake. So here comes Kais. Gonna go toe down the long straight here. Gonna go out. Gonna go hang around the outside. Will it be enough? Can he outbrake the McLaren car? He is gonna get the spot, and he's gonna hold position. So Kais already up to second position, and now sets his sights on Maddie, who's 2 seconds off the road. Does Maddie have enough of a gap to make it work, or is Kais gonna catch him down? I hear the Eurobeat. I hear the Jaws music, you would say. This is going to be an interesting battle to the end. Further back, we do have Infinite reeling in J-League. We'll keep an eye on that battle as it develops. But main show right now is Kais has made so many mistakes this race and has recovered due to some luck. It's showing that sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And here he comes. Gonna try to catch him back. Gonna open up DRS. And gonna make it work here. Gonna have, not DRS, yeah, actually wasn't close enough DRS, my mistake. He's gonna try to get as close as he can. Toe down the long run. Gonna get a good run down the line and not gonna be DRS this time by, but gonna have it next lap for sure. Gonna be 1.3 and closing. Smitty's already lost 2 seconds to Kais F1. He is falling hard. Now DRS activated this time by. So here he comes. Going to get a good toe. 1.196 for the fast lap of the race. He is pushing hard. He is pushing for daylight. But you can catch a drive around here, but it's easier to catch than pass. Going to get a little snappily under the steer here. Kai's going to toe relatively close here within 1 second already. Yellow flag sector 1, that's Infinity around, not going to really trigger anything. Even if it did, it probably wouldn't be a safety car. So here we come again. No penalties though. At least kept it clean on that front. Yellow flag sector 1 is still Infinity, so here we come again. Gap is 1 second. DRS will be activated this time by. For sure at the very least. He is closing in fast. It's just not going to be enough. Going to be 9. Yeah, he's not going to be able to make a pass in the long straight. Xelic has passed Infinite for 5th. Cut back this battle here. If they do come to blows, Smitty could get his first win in CWC. Going to be 1 second here, coming down the line. The last question we do have is he only at 11% ERS. Kai's, well, Maddie's at 55, so on the straights, Key's pushed way too hard. Kai's, he may run out of ERS. So here comes Kai's. Gap's now 7/6. With 4 to go here, he is definitely feeling like he can get that pass done, even with a car a little bit slower on the straights. But Maddie maybe biding his time, knowing that Kai's uses ERS a little bit too much from previous races, may be able to use that to his advantage. Down the long straight here, Kai's F1 within 3 attempts. He is just catching ERS or not. He has a straight line speed car, and it shows. And he's just going to get on the back here. Vinny has pitted, and here he comes. Just going to bide his time. Will he go for an aggressive pass? No, he'll not. He'll just bide his time. Maddie's going to fight tooth and nail here, but the thing is, even if I think he finishes second, he will probably inherit the points lead. So, doesn't have to go too crazy, but knowing that these races do matter at the end, it's all still to play for. So, Kai's going to get DRS here. Going to get a good toe down the long run. But not going to be enough. But I sense a pass happening on the straight here. Can Maddie have... He has got 24% ERS, while Maddie's got 66. In theory, it should be enough to hold on, but only time will tell. Gap is actually falling a little bit there. Not a good toe, so I don't know if a pass will happen down this long straight. We'll see here if he can make it happen down the long straight. Good to have you back, viewers, indeed. As we're going to see here, not going to be enough with 3 to go. All still to play for. Maddie going to fight tooth and nail to keep the spot, but as long as he can stay probably within 6 attempts down that long straight, he should be okay to keep in the lead. But again, easier said than done. Smitty has just dropped back hard. He's 5 seconds behind this pack. Again, when the season does come to an end, points may be left on the table in a situation where you may end up being second in the championship instead of first, or maybe third instead of second, because of points left on the table. So this is a situation where Manny's going to have to fight tooth and nail. 18 points may not be nothing to sneeze at, but if Kenobi has a good, strong second half of the season, same thing with Kai's, you may be regretting that 7 points left on the table. But here comes Kai's. Going to get a good toe. Not going to really throw a move down here. But if he can get a good, again, good third sector here, this could be a sense of a pass. So going to get a good toe down the line here. Going to open at the activation point. Gap is about 4 tenths. If it's a little closer, I sense a pass happening here. It looks like it's going to be interesting here, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, and Maddie's wrong way around. He has lost the back end. He's clipped the grass. A spot that's caused issues in this whole race, and that's going to throw him a monkey wrench in his plan. And here comes Smitty going to pass him for second. Maddie has just choked it away, as here comes Jaylee going to pass him for third. That is not what you want to see happening. He just tried to get as close as he can to the apex, and it just wasn't enough. And that is, I wouldn't say race done, but he's going to have to try to limp around here and could maybe get a podium if he could just keep the throttle down, but with half a wing missing, it's going to be easier said than done to get back on that top step of the podium. But Kai's F1 can easily just back it down here and bring the car home, and he has won this race. At the very least, you would say. So we're going to see here again, but Kai's has struggled. You're correct there. The pressure got to him. He tried to get too close to the grass there, and the back end kicked. Try to get as much of an entry as he can, and now he's looking at fourth. A distant fourth, you could say. At least to say ahead of Exelic. But that will be that, as Kai's going to come to the last couple corners here. Again, doesn't have to push too hard here to make it happen. So we're going to see on the last lap of this race. See if he can make something happen here. Again, gap is 7 seconds. Doesn't have to push too hard. Just has to play it conservative. Yeah, it doesn't have to be backing off conservatively. Again, Maddie's just going to try to limp around here, get as many points as he can. But yeah, field all being spaced out. Only a mistake will cost him the win. So here we come on lap 36, entering sector 2 here. Kai's trying to rebound after last week's race, bearing a mistake. This will be his. Goes a little bit wider. Definitely not telling him that. Doesn't want to get out of his mojo. Entering sector 3 in a few corners here. Again, this is probably the last tricky section. Well, we did see some mistakes in the third sector, so I wouldn't call it tricky home free yet. It's easier said than done. He's going to keep it relatively clean. Activate the RS point now, and they're going to start the third sector just at the end of this straight. And he's going to push him relatively clean. So hard right, hard left. Just 2 more corners to go here, but we just saw it affected Maddie, so easier said than done. We even saw the effects of qualifying. He's weaving a little bit here. Hope he doesn't get a little too cocky. Last corner here, can take it very conservative. Does not need to risk it. Here comes Kai's F1. Going to win another race on the season here. The Mercedes back on top in first position, going to go hard on the wall there, just a celebratory act. Smitty going to come home in second. Back-to-back podiums for the lad, and that will be 18 points for him. Jay Leakey, who honestly thought may have been out of a podium sniff when the field got reset, he will actually get the last stop of the podium in third. Maddie going to come home in fourth. Exelic going to bring it home in fifth, and Infinite will come home in sixth. But that will do it for that. Just want to let you know, no interviews today, sadly, again. Like last week, a little bit busy here. Have to kind of head quickly off, so no interviews here. So sadly, you won't get to hear your favorite drivers talk at the end, but luckily that should be good to go by next week. But anyway, we do wait for Infinite to add up here. To make it work, here he comes, and we will get ready for the podium celebration. You see how cross the line, no improvement for him, and that will be that. So yeah, very interesting race you can see here today. A little bit of a chaotic race. Jaylee gets driver of the day on the track, but honestly, if I had to give my driver of the day, it's going to Kai's F1 for sure. Definitely rebounded multiple times. Got a little lucky with the safety cars, but definitely showed he had that pace here today to get himself back in the top spot and win this race. So let that be a lesson, kids. Don't ever give up. Or adults, whoever's watching. British locked out on the podium, though. So anyway, as we wait for this to finish up here, we will take a look at the final results. Definitely one drive that's smiling ear to ear is Kenobi, because now Kenobi will keep the lead in the point settings here. He will keep his lead, but McLaren will at least extend their gap in the constructors. But final look at the results here. Kai's F1, first position, Smitty in second, Jay Leakey in third, Maddie in fourth, Excelic in fifth, Infinity in sixth, Collins in seventh, Scanny in eighth, Kloss in ninth, Ecomeister 10th, 11th, with only the top 6 getting points here today. But, yeah, like I said, Driver Dave probably goes to Kai's F1. He'll get a max points day here. 26 more points. I think he was on 60, if I'm not mistaken. He'll be up to 80, but still a long way to go. Well over 70 points behind Kenobi, with still over half the calendar to go. So, long way to play for here. Maddie definitely going to close the gap as well. So, still all a fight for in this championship. And one bad race could easily knock you back down, but one more race will bring you back up. But yeah, that will do it for that. But yeah, we'll go for sign-offs here. So basically, yeah. Next week is the race in Italy. It's Monza. F1 will be back on Mondays, and along with F2, presumably as long as attendance is good. And yeah, that will do it for me. So I am PepsiFreak22. I am RP. I'm Yuki. Call me whatever you like, but I'm signing off. So thank you, and good night.